we explore the world of a dam architect, a mind that stands between the nature and the civilization. Begins. The risks are revised. While the sensors show rising pressure, everyone turns to architect. Before the world wakes up, nature wakes up first. And tonight, it wakes up furious. The river roars like a monster ready to break free. The rain tries to crush everything built by human hands. And an half-finished dam stands alone, taking blows it was never meant to face. But in the middle of this chaos, one mind stays calm. And this is the life of a dam architect, the person who decides how much water the world can hold and how much it can survive. While most of the people deal with the routine task, a dam architect begins with responsibility. A responsibility of holding back billions liters of water, the responsibility of protecting the cities, villages, farmlands, and the entire ecosystem. Every morning, before reaching the site, the calculation begins, the risks are revised, and the mind prepares for the battle between the engineering and the nature. A dam is not just a wall, it's a living structure. Every hour, it expands, contracts, sweats, and breathes. A dam architect must feel its heartbeat, every checkpoint, every cable, and every foundation line. Because one microscopic crack today can be a disaster tomorrow. It's not just a construction, it's a constant protection. Every dam begins with a drawing, but those drawings must stand against the reality, water pressure, the seismic activity, the soil layers, and the flow velocity. Every variable can change in 1 second. While the sensors show rising pressure, everyone turns to architect, not for opinions, but for decisions. Because a single decision can protect millions or endanger them. A dam architect must think in forces, not shapes, in flows, not lines, in failures before success. Every curve controls pressure, every slope controls the velocity, and every centimeter of design decides whether a dam becomes a protector or a destroyer. This is the art of predicting nature and building something powerful enough to hold it. While the nature strikes twice, the dam must stand twice as strong. A storm is a real exam, not textbooks, not computer models. When the river tests your design, you either witness the strength or regret. And when the cloud finally breaks, the river bows to the dam you designed. You realize something. This is a structure. This giant wall of concrete and steel is not just an engineering. It's a trust, the trust of the people, the trust of the land, and the trust of the nature by itself. And this is the life of a dam architect, not a builder of structures, but a guardian of rivers, a shield of millions, a mind that stands between the nature and the civilization. And tomorrow, their work continues. To become a dam architect, first you need the right foundation academically and technically. Most begin with a bachelor degree in the civil engineering or equivalent. Along the way, you will study water flow physics, structural mechanics, geology, hydrology, and soil behavior. And then comes the specialization, the structural design, the hydraulics, the foundation engineering, and working in labs, running simulations, doing soil and water tests. This builds the deep technical knowledge needed. Later, mastering the tools like CAD, 3D modeling, BIM structural analysis, and the simulation softwares are essential for designing real dams that must hold the entire rivers. And finally, many pursue postgraduate studies or certifications in structural engineering, hydrology, environmental impact, and seismic design to rise above the rest. And that's the academic journey behind the steel and the concrete. Being a dam architect demands more than a degree. You need a unique skill set and the mindset. The technical mastery, the strong knowledge of hydraulics, geology, soil mechanics, structural dynamics, and the load calculations. And second is the design and the simulation skills, the proficiency with the softwares, CAD, BIM, structural analysis tools, flood and water simulations. The precision and the attention to detail. A tiny miscalculation could become a catastrophic failure decades later. Problem solving or foresight. You must anticipate floods, droughts, earthquakes, and design for extremes. Team leadership and communication. Coordinating geologists, structural engineers, contractors, environmental experts, and authorities. You are not just building a concrete, you are safeguarding cities, ecosystems, and lives. The last one is the patience and the persistence. Designing dam is a long, meticulous process, but the rewards are monumental. Dams and infrastructure matter everywhere. There's demand worldwide, and the pay reflects that. Here is a rough comparison for the civil or structural engineers, including the dam design specialist. Now, we are going to look about the global salary of a dam architect. Because in the world of dam architects, your salary doesn't just depend on what you know. It depends on where you go. In Switzerland, a dam engineer earns around 110k to 136k Swiss franc every year. That's not just salary, that's elite level engineering. In United States, the numbers stay strong. It's about 80k to over 130k per year US dollars. Moving to Australia, and you will find the balance around 85k to 150k Australian dollars. High demand, great lifestyle, and a solid growth. In Canada, it's all about stability. It's about 85k to 120k plus Canadian dollars. Perfect for those who want growth and without sacrificing the peace. In Germany, the engineering meets the precision. It's about 45k to 90k plus euros. Less flashy, but deeply respected. And then comes the UAE, where it ranges between 90k to 300k dirhams. Taxes are zero. What you earn is what you keep. In Norway, where water meets the power, it ranges between 650k to 950k Norwegian krone. The hydropower giants paying for real expertise. Because in this career, the country you choose can multiply your salary by 5 times or more. International projects or the developing world mega projects, higher pay depending upon the demand and the risk. These figures vary according to the cost of living, the project complexity, the specialization, and the benefits. What this means for a dam architect. Working on a large dam or a water infrastructure projects, especially in countries investing in hydro irrigation, flood control, or renewable water resources, can be financially attractive. Whether you start in a small lab in India or a mega hydro project in a foreign land, the skills remains the same, the responsibility remains high, and the impact remains real. As a dam architect, you don't build the structures, you build safety, hope, and certainty of millions.